What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about my man Superclass Katakuri, and we're going to be taking him into some GARP challenges. As of the month of December 2021, we currently have the Doflamingo challenge and also the Navy challenge, and we'll see how he kind of performs in that content. So artwork obviously looks amazing, and before we get into the actual video, I want to discuss all of his abilities just so you guys know before we actually head into it what he actually does. So Katakuri is a quick powerhouse fighter character, obviously superclass, one of the first superclass characters to release in the game, with a captain ability that will boost powerhouse characters attack by 5 times and then boost all other characters attack by 3.75 times, also providing a 1.3 health boost to your crew, and also will state that he will boost the chances of powerhouse characters landing on a matching slot, which is kind of interesting, and then also heals 50% of the damage that you had received when you move on to the next stage. Captain effect is very reminiscent of other Katakuris that we've seen in the past, so, you know, no real stranger to that. If you do use him as the captain, though, you'll get access to his superclass. Now, as we've talked about in the Doflamingo video as well, the superclass requirement has 2 different, requirements that you can fulfill. If you fulfill one of them, you'll be able to activate it. So either you have one of the Charlotte family members or a Monkey D. Luffy character, or you activate 4 specials total throughout the entire duration of your quest. After doing so, you'll be able to activate his superclass special, which is actually pretty good. It extends the duration of orb boosts by 1 turn. I wish it was also attack boost, a little bit of a missed opportunity there, and also changes all slots, including block, into matching, and then powerhouse characters gain that super class, which is so good. And then his special ability will reduce all enemies' health by 10%, gives powerhouse characters 1000 base attack for 1 turn, as well as providing an orb boost to your powerhouse characters that can change depending on the amount of damage that you've actually received before you launch the special ability, up to a value of 2.75, which is pretty good. However, if you launch the special and you already have an orb boost, instead he's going to give you a 2.5 times attack boost to your powerhouse characters. So he is, reducing that redundancy, allowing you to get either an orb boost or an attack boost depending on the situation. If you do use him as a crewmate, he gives powerhouse characters a lot of base attack, as well as also providing a health boost if your captain is powerhouse, a 1.1 health boost. That's a very, very interesting crewmate ability. And then for his potential abilities, he actually has hunger, which is very useful. He has recovery bind by 7, and the increased damage taken removed, and the provoked attack 305 turn removal of that, which is pretty nice. Support effect is good too, attaching to the Charlotte family members, or at least most of them, and if they use an orb changing special, you get a powerhouse 1.75 times attack boosting effect. So Katakuri, definitely not the most broken legend to release in 2021, but definitely a really powerful unit that's going to help out powerhouse characters, not only as a captain, but also as a crewmate moving forward. Definitely looking forward to using this character because, Quick and Powerhouse are so strong. So anyways, let's go ahead now and jump into the video utilizing Superclass Katakuri as the captain. So my boy Mr. Slam Jam coming in with the video today. First of all, we're taking on the Doflamingo challenge, and I've got to say, man, Katakuri is a pretty awesome captain. Obviously, he has the inherent downside of only using powerhouse characters to get that huge attack boost, right? And I mean, his special ability is also incredible, but one of the main things about Katakuri and why I think he's going to be seeing at least some sort of play in the future is because of his really good captain ability. And if you are building around mono powerhouse, Katakuri is a solid option. He is getting access to that superclass ability that can generate you a full board of matching slots, and it's not a super difficult condition to fulfill. But the thing is as well that you have to take into consideration is the fact that if you are running mono powerhouse, we now have access to a very good dual unit in Kaido and the lead performers, and I think in a lot of situations you would probably use that character over a character like Katakuri. However, the really good thing about it is that you're able to use both of these characters together in like a hybrid sense, because you can have your Katakuri, which gets you access to the superclass, getting you access to the stronger stats for your powerhouse characters, and then you can have the hybrid situation situation of Katakuri, which can provide you that amazing end of turn damage to get through content faster, minus cooldown captains, color affinity special ability. You've got Katakuri that can provide either an orb boost or an attack boost, which is exceptional, and he loses that redundancy because you can either have him be one or the other. You can have like versus Akainu as a really good character for the teams as well, providing you with the orb boosting and the chain lock. You have Katakuri for an attack boost. You can have Katakuri for the color affinity. You can see the synergy that this character has, and even if you're not using, Katakuri, you can use super type Kaido, for example, getting access to super type, and you can have Katakuri for super class. Great combination of abilities there. Access to the increased damage taken to the enemy. Also, you can get access to a character like Ultium Page 1, which can provide you with like a guaranteed 2.25 times conditional boost. Chain Boundary with their switch ability can also be a quick character. Another quick powerhouse character that's also very good, Legend King. You guys can already see just the amazing amount of quick powerhouse characters that can synergize extremely well with this character. So I do think that Katakuri is going to be a very good character moving forward into the future, but as I said, if you have a lot of those other characters, you might not need Katakuri yourself. It is a little bit of a shame that they have made Katakuri basically only be used in mono powerhouse teams. It would have been a little bit more interesting if they did decide to go down that route of perhaps being a quick powerhouse and a fighter captain. That would have been super good. This character, I think, would have been almost like a must summon character if he did boost all three types of those units. The fact that he is restricted to powerhouse in terms of his special and his captain ability, providing those bigger boosts to the powerhouse only characters, yeah, that really restricts him, and it definitely reminds me a lot of when they first brought out the super type characters. And Katakuri also is one of the first super type characters to release in the game, and on release was really strong and still sees play in some niche circumstances, but obviously as time progressed, they just released bigger and better super type characters that would supersede the previous and the very first super type character. Like if you're using an int super type character, you're probably not going to be using Katakuri unless if it's like in a Kizuna where you can get the guaranteed delay and it's actually going to help you out. In a lot of instances, if you're going to be running like a GARP challenge, you're not going to be using super type Katakuri for that, right? And I think the same thing is going to be happening here with this unit. While super type or super class Katakuri is a very good captain, at least right now, there's going to be a lot better characters that will release later on down the line that will just supersede him for super class. So as I said, I don't know if this is a character that you actually will need right now, but I think it is a really fun character to use, and as a huge fan of Katakuri with this amazing special animation, as a fan of Katakuri, I'm pretty impressed with what this unit can actually do, and I definitely want to use him more in the future. But for those mainly casual players out there thinking, do I need a summon for this unit? No, you probably don't need to, but if you get him, definitely be happy because he is a very powerful unit. So Katakuri had absolutely no issues taking on the Doflamingo challenge, but now let's go ahead and have a look at the Navy challenge. We actually are using the free-to-play Zoro and Sanji Kizuna character. This unit is like absolutely amazing for any powerhouse-related team moving forward. The fact that their special ability is able to increase damage taken on the enemy, as well as do a damage dealing special, getting rid of block slots, and also giving you chain boundary is immense in a free-to-play unit. And the fact that it is a Zoro character, and he also does damage, you can get access to Koshiro support. On this team, I definitely should have put Koshiro support instead of the regular Sai Rare Recruit Jinbei for a much bigger chain boost. But at the end of the day, it makes his team a little bit easier to build, right? But, this character, the Zoro Sanji, works super well with any powerhouse character that's going to be releasing in the future. The fact that he gets all of those amazing abilities, and as of me recording this video, it is currently the 26th of December as of recording. We already know the abilities of the brand new Roger and Newgate character, and that Zoro and Sanji is going to be a really nice addition to those teams as well, because he's a powerhouse unit, which doesn't really work with Roger and Whitebeard, but he is a slasher. future. So yeah, that's going to be great for those types of units anyway. Looking back at Katakuri now, taking on the Navy challenge is actually pretty easy with this team. We're using Jhordyn Jones, really nice unit, good utility, giving matching slots and an attack boost, just a super solid unit, versus kind of one of those units that we talked about just before in the previous clip, just talking about how good Quick and Powerhouse are together, and like this unit just adds so much. I mean, getting access to his really powerful special ability that can provide a lot of damage, but even having access to that versus ability that you'll be able to use to ignite the enemies as well as get the conditional boost against them, just immensely powerful. Also, the fact that this time around we actually are using the Neo Nightmare Luffy on the team, because he actually removes damage threshold on the enemy, and because of the way that we have our team built, we have Perospero attached to our Katakuri, meaning that the first instance of damage threshold that's inflicted by the enemy, we can actually just instantly remove it via that support, which means we can save Luffy for the final stage on the final turn. And just because we have a Luffy character on the team means that we actually get access to the super typing, or the super class should I say, I'm always going to mix that up, but we get access to the super class as soon as we start the fight, which is a good thing. It actually means that we can use it a lot earlier, which is nice, you love to see it. But then of course the Akainu with the burn effect is going to help a lot on this Fujitora stage, especially with the Zora and Sanji inflicting increased damage taken, which just gives you an inherent 30% damage boost, and then accessing chain boosting via the support and chain boundary, super classing, generating those matching slots for our team. It just has a great combination of special abilities going on here, but overall, I am relatively impressed with Superclass, and I really can't wait to see what kind of other Superclass characters they're going to release in the future. And I think that they have a lot of room to grow, especially in terms of the captain ability department, currently only being restricted to one class. Whereas in the future, I can definitely see them doing a super class character that not only boosts a class, maybe they'll start boosting one class and 2 colors, whereas previously super type characters would only boost one color and be a super type for that color, but then also have like 2 class boosting effects as well. They might do the opposite for super class, where they only boost one class, but then they potentially could boost multiple colors. I don't know how good or bad that would actually be, but it just might be, you know, some kind of room to grow in the future. But that is going to wrap up this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
知らない。お前のその目は。